Okay, Kriti, how are you feeling?
Feeling very good, sir.
You're feeling very good. Okay. Kriti, first of all, I would like to get to know, can you brief yourself a little bit about your hobbies, about your uh, extracurricular activities?
Uh, Sir, I really like painting. I have also been a part of the school choir up till 8th standard, and I took part in interclass painting competitions organized by my school. Since with the very childhood, I had that creative streak in me. So I used to take part in the art competitions. Also, I enjoy writing a lot. That is why around 2019 I started writing on Quora.
Mhm. Okay. So you have been writing on Quora.
Yes.
What you learn from writing?
Sir, majorly I write on topics related to personal growth,
Mhm.
and definitely it has not only maybe I am hopeful that my answers have helped other people,
Mhm.
but on the other hand, I just feel that it has also helped me introspect myself and
Mhm.
it has made me better as a person.
Very good. So, define something about your schooling.
So I did my schooling from DPS Azadnagar, Kanpur.
Mhm.
I completed my 10th standard and 12th standard from that school as well.
Mhm.
I scored around 10 CGPA in class 10th, and
Mhm.
in 12th I scored 94.67%.
Mhm. And you have done your graduation also.
Yes, I
BCom
did.
from Christchurch PG
B
College.
college, yes.
So, it is very interesting to know that you were doing BCom and you were also making yourself towards the direction of chartered accountancy also.
Yes.
When did you thought like you should do MBA?
Sir, actually, basically I completed my 12th standard from the science background. I was a PCB student, and I initially planned to do medical. I gave NEET exam also, in which I scored a rank of around 20,934. But unfortunately, I couldn't bag a government medical seat, and that's also when I started writing on Quora. I realized that maybe that is not the best field for me, and I got into it due to peer pressure. And that's when my parents guided me to do an undergraduation in BCom, which introduced me to the world of business and commerce. And I had interest in business economics since class 10th. So that helped me enjoy the curriculum a lot. And during that time only, when I thought that maybe I can do something extra, I planned to start doing chartered accountancy. So I cleared CA Foundation and CA Intermediate as well. But then I knew that if I want to do or make it big in the leadership role, then I need an MBA for that. And I had interest in finance. So basically, because of that, I chose to do an MBA after my graduation.
Okay. Kriti, I also would like to know that if I select you for my institution, how important as an asset you will be working with us?
Sir, I have also cleared CFA level 1. So I have that knowledge, basic knowledge about finance, and I'm eager to learn to it. So I would really want to contribute my perspectives to the institution. I am a person who is very collaborative and can communicate well. So I would be able to communicate very well with my peers and learn from them as well as give my perspectives to them.
You have led a team of three members in a mechanical robot making competition
Yes,
in
sir.
global feast organized by your school.
Yes, sir.
So, like when you led the team, what kind of qualities of a leadership you learn?
So this was a competition that I entered into.
Mhm.
I was also not very much knowledgeable about it.
Mhm.
I did it in my ninth standard. And the leadership quality that I learned, and the main thing that I learned from that competition was that communication among team members is very, very essential. And that's what I took from it.
Okay. So, how do you handle challenges and pressure in your life?
So challenges and pressure are a part of everybody's life, and I think that I deal with them because I have that ability to bounce back after every failure that I've had in my life. I've responded very well. I do not take time and sulk over whatever unachievements that I've made in life, but rather I bounce back. So I feel that clearing your head, having a clear head, and introspecting is the best way to move forward.
How much important morals and ethics for your life?
So they are very important. They play an integral part in my personal as well as in my professional life.
Okay. So you have learned creative skills like calligraphy and painting.
Yes, sir.
So what is the difference between calligraphy and painting?
So calligraphy is basically when you write letters in a very beautiful way,
Mm-hmm.
using pens or using even paintbrushes,
Mm-hmm.
etc. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but when we talk about painting, it can range from mandala art or it can range to various other things.
Okay, so you had prepared for your NEET examination also, as you
Yes.
have already mentioned when you were talking about your examinations. So, what is the full form of NEET?
So,
Okay, no problem. Tell me something about your strengths.
Uh, so my biggest strength I feel is the ability to bounce back after failure. Because I've had failures in my life and I've seen that I had the ability to bounce back. Because as soon as I failed NEET, and when I realized that it was not the right career for me, within 4 months of preparation, I cleared the CA foundation exam. Even though I did not have any background in the accountancy or in the commerce. Uh, so I feel that that is one of my biggest strengths. Secondly, I feel that I have good communication skills, so I can explain my things to the other person very fluently and very coherently.
Do you want to join this institute only? Why not any other institute?
So this institute, I feel, has the right faculty, has the diversity, and has the curriculum that I feel is going to put me forward in life, and that is why I believe that this institute is ideal for me.
Okay. Where do you see yourself in next 10 years, Kriti, from now?
So from now in next 10 years, I want to see myself as a portfolio manager working in a very prestigious organization
Mhm.
because I feel that I have that interest in finance. So first, I want to get into the equity research domain so that I learn analyzing companies, industries, and the stock market. And then after that, with all that valuable experience, I want to ascend to the level of a portfolio manager.
Why should I select you? Tell me three pointers.
Uh, so I have the resilience in me.
Mm-hmm.
I have very good communication skills. I'm
Mm-hmm.
very collaborative,
Mm-hmm.
and I also have good leadership skills. So I would want to make all of these three and make my point across you that I'm a good candidate for you.
Suppose in this case, unfortunately, you are not selected today, then what will be your plan B?
So I feel that I have all the qualities to get selected. But if unfortunately there's something that has let me down, I'm not going to stop here. I'm not going to give up. I will try for other colleges, and I really want to do an MBA. So I will try for other colleges, and if it does not happen, I'm going to try again. But I'm going to make it.
Okay, so why MBA? Why not any other course?
So MBA is that course which is actually designed to accelerate your career, to like make you reach full potential in your career, and make you ready for a leadership role at a very young age. So I believe that an MBA is the right choice.
Kriti, if I talk about India in this present scenario, I find that India is lacking behind as compared with China and USA in terms of jobs. And as well as if we talk about India, the jobs are very less as compared if we talk about engineers. Lots of engineers are unemployed. And the youth is also running behind government jobs because jobs are very less. What is the main reason behind this? Why India is suffering from this situation? On the other hand, China and USA, they are not suffering from this. They are able to utilize their all resources, but India is not.
So I think the major reason behind of India lacking behind in the employment sector, I would feel, is because of the large population in our country, and our country's GDP is also not that high. But like China is also having a large population, but they're able to employ a lot more people
Mhm.
because they have a very high GDP. On the other hand, if we talk about India, the GDP is very low, but the population is very high, and it is ever increasing. We have also surpassed China according to estimates. We have also surpassed China in population. So that is one of the major reasons of unemployment in our country.
Okay, how GDP is connected to GNP?
So GDP stands for the gross domestic product, while GNP stands for the gross national product. Uh, if we talk about GNP, it includes the the goods and services produced by the people, not only just living in our country but also living abroad.
Mhm.
So we cumulate both of them, and that is how we arrive at GNP.
Okay.
While GDP is the value of the goods and services that are produced within the domestic frontiers of the country.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is deficit?
So fiscal deficit.
Fiscal deficit. What is deficit, first of all? I would like to know.
So deficit is basically the lack. Uh,
Why we add the word fiscal with deficit?
so it is basically the difference between the government expenditure
Mm-hmm.
and the government revenue.
Okay. Okay.
So that is the deficit. If the government expenditure is more than the government revenue,
Mm-hmm.
then it leads to fiscal deficit.
What is the current fiscal deficit of this country?
So we are in fiscal deficit. I'm sure about that, but I'm not sure about the exact figure.
What is the current GDP of this country?
So the GDP, the current GDP of this
Where
country,
India standing in terms of GDP?
we are in the fifth position, sir.
Okay, okay. So we are in the fifth position, and China is at second, and USA at first. So where do you see your country after 10 years in terms of business development?
So there will be a lot of growth in our country as far as business development is concerned, because the government is taking a lot of initiatives. At the same time, we have a lot of startups coming up in India. Not all of them are successful, but we definitely in the youth of our country, we have the entrepreneurial mindset. So I see my country going or reaching great heights in the next 10 years.
So you have also named three organizations where you'd like to work after
Yes.
completion of your MBA. Why JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs and CRISIL? And
So
why JP at first and Goldman at second? Why not Goldman at first and JP at second?
So JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, both of these are big investment banks. These are the best companies for anybody to start their financial career in. Since I want to go into equity research, I believe that these are going to be a great starting point for me. Why JP Morgan first and Goldman Sachs second? That would be because I have a cousin working at JP Morgan. So I am a little more familiar with that aspect as compared to Goldman Sachs.
Okay. And what is CRISIL? What is the full form of CRISIL?
So I'm not sure about the full form of this.
Okay, no problem. What about your weaknesses, Kriti, that you would like to overcome in future?
So one of the weaknesses that I have is that I basically am overly self-critical sometimes, and I tend to do a lot of negative self-talk, which leads to burnout.
What do you do in your leisure time?
So I love writing. I sometimes if I get extra time, I do painting also, and if I got some extra time in the evening, I would go for a walk in the park.
Don't you think that is there a need now to make men commission as women commission is also there?
Yes, sir. I do feel that there's a need for a men's commission because, especially the Section 498 of the Constitution is being used in a wrong manner by a lot of women against men, which is not right. Uh, Given that the Indian men today, there's a lot of skewness of the Indian laws in favor of women, but not in the favor of men. So men's rights are also important.
What is Article 19?
So I'm not sure about that.
Article 14,
Sir, I'm not sure about that.
15?
Sir, I'm not sure about that.
No problem. Uh, Kriti, if I see India and compare India of 1960 or 1970, and right now India at 2025. So, what big change, any big change that you see, you have seen in your journey also, and where you have studied in novels, in books, and you've also observed in debates. So, what is the biggest change happened in the last 30 years or 40 years span of this time?
So in the 1960s, India was a socialist economy. It was not open to the world. It was a closed economy. But with Dr. Manmohan Singh's efforts, today we are a liberalized economy. We are an open economy. We have taken the benefits of globalization. We've opened our economy for the world, and that has led to a lot of economic development.
What is your opinion that India should also become the fully capitalist economy like USA?
Uh,
A complete takeover by uh, business tycoons and private partners?
no, sir, I don't feel that India is a mixed economy, and I feel that it is good because if there's a full takeover by the capitalists, then we are seeing the negative effects of that in the US as well. The There's a lot of debate uh, within US about the business tycoons taking over the country and having a lot of power,
Okay.
even more power over the president. So that is not correct.
Kriti, if I see the states in India, like if I see Maharashtra or Karnataka or Kerala or any southern state like Andhra Pradesh, then we see the states like they are doing good in terms of GDP also, and the businesses are also going well in those sectors. But as soon as we come to Bihar, as soon as we come to eastern UP, or if we go to the northeast, then we don't see any business development happening. So you are from Uttar Pradesh.
Yes.
How do you see this? What are the reasons behind this? Any specific reason do you see?
So one specific reason I feel is that a lot of MNCs
Okay.
are coming up in the southern states like Karnataka and Maharashtra. But when we talk about Bihar or Uttar Pradesh, we do not see many MNC offices here, except for the Delhi NCR region. We do not see. So that is in Lucknow now they are developing. So I hope that in 10 years of time all of this is going to improve, but it is the companies that are coming, and that is the major reason for the northern belt not developing that much.
Okay. Okay, Kriti. Now your interview is over. Thank
Yes.
you
Thank
for
you so
coming
much.
and wish you a very best of luck.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you. So, I would just like to tell everything is going very well, and नीट का फुल फॉर्म भूल गई
Yeah.
हो, जो कि एक बड़ा ड्रॉबैक है,
Yeah, yeah.
बिकॉज यू हैव प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर दैट स्पेसिफिक एग्जाम. क्रिसिल टॉप
Yeah.
प्रायोरिटी, टॉप 3 प्रायोरिटीज में लिखा है, उसका फुल फॉर्म भूल गई हो, जो कि एक ड्रॉबैक है. ठीक है. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दीज टू थिंग्स, आई फाउंड यू as a very competitive person, and I wish you the very best of luck. If your interview goes like this, you'll be selected.
Thank you so much.
Hmm? Any other thing that you would like to ask?
So I'm a little low on the extracurricular part. I know
Yes.
that.
And when you started your interview, your voice was a bit low.
Though, yeah.
You were feeling hesitation or nervousness, I don't know. But your voice was a bit low. But later on, you came on a right track. The answers which I found that were up to the mark. There was no problem, and you are a very good analytical person also. Your grasping power is also good. Your confidence was also good. So I don't feel so any other thing. You have to just see the full form of need, CRISIL, each, because they will ask
They
you.
will ask.
They will ask you. Hmm. That's it.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.